English playwright and poet, considered one of the greatest writers of all time. Son of a wool merchant, he married very young with an older woman, Annie Hathaway. He moved to London where he acquired fame and popularity in his work, first under the protection of the Earl of Southampton, and later is in the theatre company of which himself was co-owner, Lord Chamberlain, mean which was later called King's Men, when James it Cook it under his patronage. His work is a compendium of the feelings, pain and ambitions of the human soul, which highlights the fantasy and poetic scenes of his comedies and the realistical detail and treatment of the characters in the great tragedies. Among his titles include Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, Othello, King Lear, Midsummer Night's Dream, Antonio and Cleopatra, Julius Caesar and the Tempest. Shakespeare occupies an unique position in the world since his work has stirred wit and interpreted throughout the world. He is considered the most important writer in the English language and one of the most famous universal literature. His style is amazing, rich, the most expression of popular speech. In his works, he expresses and could up feelings such as love, jealousy, envy, ambition, something that was hardly taken into account at that time. He also achieved the connection of the public with his works. He died at 52 years of age due to the plague in his same place of birth, Stamford upon Avon, United Kingdom.
William, thank you for you accepting this interview. We love you in Mexico. We're going to begin with the first question. Do you know why you moved to London?
I know why I moved to London because I want to acquire fame and popularity faster.
Okay. Tell me, do you remember when you talked about the dramatic work?
I remember when you talk about the dramatic works. Well, from a very young age, I started to set it up text with content of that style. But we decided to establish the dramatic genre as the main focus of my works.
Do you remember what was the reason you stayed on your works?
I have no idea what my motivation was at the beginning, but my current motivation is to share and plug in my thoughts with others.
Do you know what's your experience in the future?
I know what I expect in the future. I to be someone great in the future. I hope to be recognized worldwide as a great playwright.
Do you remember what were the biggest difficulties you faced?
The main problem I faced was that I have no idea what was the fate that awaited me in the future.
This is all for today. Thank you for giving us your time. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.